Yo, what is up? It is your boy, Stephlyon, and today we're going to be reacting to a Super Mac Brother video. Star Citizen 4.1.1 is a content monster. What do you mean by that? Like, honestly, what do you mean?
Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. Star Citizen 4.1.1 just hit Wave 2, plus there is so much more to this patch than I first thought. So last night there was a new 4.1.1 patch for the PTU, with this build eventually opening up to Wave 2 testers. Now there is so much more to 4.1.1, especially in regards to quality of life updates and new missions, which we will run through
new
today.
missions.
And in the background, this is some gameplay from this latest patch, with me doing some localized salvaging and delivery missions. That is right, we now have inter-outpost delivery missions, which are...
Oh, wait, no! Are they about to make the freaking ground vehicles useful? That is going to be so awesome if you can drive. That's actually going to be sick, because I always thought it's like, if a player doesn't have a ship or doesn't want to use a ship, what can they really do without using ships? And we have all these ground vehicles. What can they do with these ground vehicles? That would be kind of awesome, man. You can just park your ship up somewhere and just go around all day doing all of these. Oh, man.
Very rinse, repeat, but allowing you to complete a quick delivery mission by taking a box from one building in the settlement and delivering it to a different building still in the same settlement for around 25,000 credits.
That's not bad.
Now,
25,000 is a little bit too much money.
This can get very repetitive very quickly, but they are a big step to providing missions that don't require the players to travel away from a single location to find work, allowing them essentially to live at an outpost
that's pretty
and
awesome.
continue to make money. It's also going to...
This is going to help. I don't know. It's not as off-grid, but at least it helps players who want to stay. But are they going to add spawn locations to outposts?
It's also going to be great for living off-grid or doing a zero-to-hero run.
Zero-to-hero would be awesome with that.
Exploring the possibilities
now.
I've only tried this in Pyro. I don't know where...
Nah, but think about, even if you want to do like a cinematic kind of zero-to-hero, that would be so epic.
Whether these missions are available in Stanton. I know they said initially this would be the case where it's just Pyro to start with and then eventually Stanton, but that was a long while ago. Do let me know if you've been able to do any of these local salvaging or local delivery missions in Stanton. Awesome. I'd love to know. Also, as mentioned, another localized mission is salvaging. This was at Sunset Mesa, where I was able to take on an 8,000 cred mission.
Is this going to fix hand salvaging? Oh my god, guys, you don't understand how long and how much time I wasted trying to hand salvage with a big hand salvaging gun and the actual tractor beam. And it just never worked. It didn't work. If they're working on fixing, that's going to be huge. I love the fact and the idea of hand salvaging.
To go and salvage a small panel at this location. Now, thinking back, I did actually forget to see if I could sell the salvaged RMC from my multi-tool at Sunset Mesa.
Yeah, look.
Being a scrapyard, it makes sense you should be able to. But one thing that I was able to do was buy these little canisters of RMC, which is, again, another nice quality of life option, especially when more of these handyman missions start to work.
That's pretty cool.
But also just being able to maintain your ships and eventually your components.
These are actually pretty awesome. What the hell?
All found around a couple of settlements in Pyro. I love these, and these salvage missions will also be falling under this handyman mission archetype.
That's actually
but hopefully we will see the pipe repair and fuse replacement missions get working as well. I didn't see any of those in this build. Maybe the salvage mission is the only sort of handyman type, but we will see. Now, there was also a couple of other great quality of life improvements that we have been needing for a long while. Now, firstly, this is quite a big one. Spectrum looks to be now integrated into the game on the Mobi-Glass, meaning you can now chat with people over Spectrum while you are in-game, and they're not. So essentially, your friend could be at work, you could be in-game, you are now connected while in-game without having to go to the Spectrum.
That is actually awesome, because I'm not really on Spectrum. I think I've used it once or twice when I'm doing like a review or just like a conversational video. But having it in-game would actually be awesome, because I don't like going out of games to like do things or be on my phone when I'm playing games and things. So having it in the game integrated in makes it so much more like convenient, and it feels like I'm not leaving the game, even though I'm talking to people through a real world channel while in game. You get me? I don't know. Do you get what I mean?
On the website, and you can chat. Now, this is going to be a great step to where Cloud Imperium want to take Star Citizen, in which you and your friends can all connect and plan things out, regardless of whether you are in-game
or out of game.
Elsewhere.
Yeah.
It is also a huge step to getting the Galactopedia into game with the Moby-Glass, so that you can search and learn about anything in the verse without having to go to the website.
Oh, that would be really cool for new players.
The Galactopedia is in for 4.1.1, but at this time it looks to just be the Spectrum integration. Now, one of the biggest, long-awaited quality of life updates that is now possible with 4.1.1 is if you are a miner using a prospector or a mole, you can drop your saddlebags for, say, a hauler to pick up.
And that is a huge like thing. Like, man, I have so many of those bags that I stole from like doing like the really easy bounties. I have a lot of those, and I'm like, now I can actually go and put them in a refinery and refine them and make some money from these bounties that I did like weeks ago. Pretty awesome.
Then once refined, they will be popped back into the local inventory of the station. You can go to your hangar, load them up in the freight elevator, put them back on your ship, and go and sell them. Right. But this is a massive quality of life improvement. It means that you can now work together at any scale with miners and haulers, completing that whole mining loop without having to repeatedly go back and forth to a refinery when full, kind of making it more of a long-winded solo operation. But this also means stealing saddlebags is now more viable, as others can steal them and go and refine them for themselves. So stay safe out there.
But it's like, see, why would you guys, like, see, you guys are giving these murder hobo pirates the freaking ideas. Stop giving them the ideas. But in saying that, you can actually also steal them from NPC pilots when you're doing bounties. That's what I've done. I have like 7 or 8 of those bags, and I've only got them from actually killing NPCs when I get a bounty, which is pretty awesome. But I don't know. I don't feel like pirates would really want to steal your bags from your prospects or anything. I feel like they'd wait for you to refine it, waste all of your time refining it, and then they'll steal the refined goods because it's going to give them a little bit more output. I feel like that would be a more viable option in my opinion.
So that is the most recent new quality of life updates that I've heard about. Now, testing focus remains the same, being stability, bug fixing, the new ship battle missions,
I'm happy they're
version
still
1,
trying to get
and
stability up.
Gilly's advanced combat missions. For gameplay and feature updates in characters, they have now introduced many new hairstyles in the new character creator, as we saw in Inside Star Citizen, and they do look very nice.
But where are the waves, gang? Like, where's the waves, or like the crispy hairline, gang? We need a crispy hairline, gang.
Something that was mentioned on this episode that I was very happy to hear was
those
how
dreads
Chris
actually look better
said
than most
to
games.
them they need to no longer focus on these unusual or military style haircuts and now focus on the more conventional, common, standard haircuts.
Hey, yo, nah. How can you say the most common, conventional hair? Most of those were not conventional or like normal, bro. Those are like people who want to put a statement out. What do you mean?
So we should be seeing a lot more everyday hairstyles come along, including with this build, as you can see. There are also 6 new potential bug fixes, like cargo pods snapping incorrectly to all the cargo grids, players' accounts respawning in the wrong location should be fixed, the Atlas cargo snapping issues should no longer be a problem, and a few others, plus 1 client crash fixed, 2 server crashes fixed, and a hybrid service crash fixed. There are also 12 critical and 1 high, and as always, most of these are relating to the new missions. But that is the latest 4.1.1 patch. Great to see so many new localized missions providing more content for those looking for work without having to travel far. Now, I suspect we will see another week of testing this next week, with it moving to Open PTU sometime early in the week, and then live hopefully well before the end of the month. And if these patches are anything to go by, more and more of these long-standing issues can get resolved. They can improve lots more of the quality of life of the game as well, just making it so much more enjoyable.
Damn, getting those missions on the actual planets and moons is pretty awesome, because I think one of the questions I asked when I was like super fresh, like my first month into Star Citizen, and I was having a lot of troubles with like elevators, calling my ship from the terminals and thing, was if I wanted to make money and like I wanted to rent a ship, but I can't leave because I can't call my ship, how do I just play the game and not have to use my ship? How do I make money in the place? I was asking, is there like garbage man or like a cleaner or things like that in the planet or on a moon or something, where I could just do that instead of having to do all these other things? And the answer then was no, and now it's looking like the answer is going to be yes. I really do love this, because it gives you what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for, being able to just be somewhere and do missions within that place, and be able to like have these little interactions and things, and have this chill like type of gameplay. Because who knows, people might get other missions here and then things go crazy and people start fighting and everything. There's so many like possibilities now. I do really love that. That is crazy. I do love that. And yeah, I'm finally going to be able to use the pods I've been stealing from all those prospectors that I've been sent to kill as a freaking bounty hunter, which is pretty awesome. I'm just gonna wait for it. Once it comes in, hopefully they're not consumables and get deleted with the next patch. If they don't, I'm going to try take them all to a refinery and see how much money I make, because that could be a bunch of money that I've been sitting on, not knowing I've been sitting on it, because I didn't know if it's empty or not empty. Maybe it has some rare mats inside it that I don't even know about. So I'm gonna have to go check that out. But yeah, that's a lot of good news, and this is just beautiful. And I think they might have fixed the hand salvaging. I cannot wait to try it. The thing is, I don't have a lot of time. If I had a lot of time right now, I'd be able to go to the PTU and try all these things out. But I honestly don't have the time, man. That's a little bit sad. It really is a little bit sad. But yeah, that's great freaking news for gameplay, man. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget this was a Super Mac Brother video we reacted to. Make sure to go check out on his channel, because I did cut some stuff out of it, things that I'm not entirely interested in or things I didn't need to know about because I already knew about. So go check him out over there. If you like my little inputs here and there, make sure to like, subscribe, join the party, and I'll see you guys on the next one.